Started a live video. Duh, I know that because
I'm
in
here.
it.
Sorry, y'all. She just had a spark.
I had a big idea.
We don't interrupt the sparks.
No.
Because
it's a good one. It's a good one.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of Married.Mommy.Maestra. Bienvenidos a otro capítulo de Married.Mommy.Maestra. I'm here with my Friday book bestie.
I'm like, get out my hair. I'm live right now. Yes, it is I, the Queen of Coffee.
And y'all are probably tired of us already, but...
We're like these girls again. We already see you on Friday talking about your naughty books. Now we have you on Wednesday, too.
You're going to see us this week twice.
You're welcome. I didn't have to. I chose to.
Like, I could have not been here.
I could have not been here.
I could have been somewhere else.
I could have been reading.
No, for real, though. Sometimes I'm like, when I don't have a guest, I'm like, I mean, I could just not.
I could take this week off.
I could just not. That's fine.
I know, that's me, like, at the party that we went to over the weekend. I'm like, ooh, do I want to bring a book? Because I'm like, what if it's, like, nobody shows up and it's just, like, us? And I'm like, wow, this is fun, but no. It was a banger.
That's why I loved having Kindle on my phone, because I just, like, I'm there, but I'm not really there. I'm sitting there reading books.
We're there physically, but mentally we are in, like, this whole nother world with these fictional
different
men that
universes.
we'll never meet.
So yeah, hoy estamos aquí. Esta semana nos van a ver juntas el miércoles y el viernes, and we'll tell you why, because we have another podcast, and if you haven't already checked out Books and Blush, you need to check out Books and Blush.
It's our baby.
It's
we co-parent.
our baby.
It's our baby. I really want to get t-shirts.
Books and Blush. But
You
my
could have-
mom.
You could have, like, the purple one, and then I could have, like, a
The
pink
pink
one.
one.
Yes.
And then mine could have pink letters, and yours could have purple letters.
Yes. And we wear it every Friday, except on, like, the
Themed
Halloween, on the
ones.
themed
Yes,
ones.
on the themed
We have-
episodes.
Yep, Halloween and Christmas, we're dressing up, y'all. We ain't gonna say what, though. It's gonna be schmexy, though.
Naughty.
Yes. I already kind of know what I want to do for, like, Christmas. Either, like, a sexy Mrs. Claus or, like, a sexy elf.
Oh, I think for Halloween this year I want to be Maleficent.
Ooh.
Yeah, but
I'm
not
not
like
very...
full like
Yeah.
Maleficent, like Maleficent.
Maleficent. I want to be a fairy.
That would be cute.
Oh, I thought someone was over there. I saw yellow and it was like, ooh.
No. So
Ooh.
yeah, no. There is someone watching though.
I don't go live on YouTube.
I wasn't live on YouTube last year. But everyone was like bugging me, like, you need to go like create your YouTube channel. And so I went and I created my YouTube channel, and now we're here.
Yay.
So
I look so happy to be here. I promise I am, y'all. I got insomnia real bad. Anything for Selena.
anything for Selena.
You know, when I moved here, I had a lot of people, like, surprised that, like, I knew a couple of her songs and whatnot because I'm white. And I'm like, because I'm cultured. Like, we play Selena every year at my house.
Everywhere.
I love Selena.
So obviously you've had some life changes, like you're here.
Yes.
And last time we recorded together, you were in a different state.
Yeah, it's a whole new state, like almost a year from now, actually.
A year ago.
A year ago, yeah, a year from now. Whatever. A year from now. A year from now backwards. I'm over here like... Come on, Hannah, the coffee. I haven't had coffee today. That's why.
I had coffee today.
I have not. I've literally been like a sloth from Zootopia. Like, yes. And now I finally have coffee and I'm like, come on, hurry up. You're live right now. I literally could fall asleep right now. That's how comfy I am. I'm like, I'm with Bianca. She'll wake me up.
Yep.
But yes, like a year ago, I was in a whole new state, a whole new life, and then I'm here now, jobless.
It's life.
But I do have an apartment, though. I had an apartment, like, weeks before we even moved here, because we live in the garage of my in-laws' house, but it's, like, a 2-bedroom apartment, full bed, full bath, kitchen, everything. So, I ain't complaining.
No, so hace un año ella estuvo en mi programa la temporada pasada y si se recuerdan fue en vivo por Instagram porque no vivía aquí, entonces ya vive aquí en Texas, tenemos nuestro podcast juntas, grabamos los viernes, se llama Books and Blush, hablamos sobre libros y so vive con sus suegros, tiene un apartamento en el garage de su casa.
Fixing my shirt. I'm like so awkward. It's because we haven't done it in a hot minute. Like, I'm like, we haven't gone live in forever. I forgot how to do it.
I forgot how to go live.
I haven't done a YouTube video in like almost a year. So I'm like, that's going to be so hard to get back into the groove of things.
Mm-hmm.
Because how I would do it is I would, the day of like I upload a video, that's the day I like record it and then edit it have that whole week and then have it scheduled to upload. So I'm like, I need to get back into my routine because Halloween's coming up. That's my favorite time of the year to do videos. I just like the creativity. I could do it all year round, but it's more fun like in October.
Like makeup videos.
Yeah, and also it's just like, I'm a fall winter person anyway. I definitely have seasonal depression. Like my birthday's in June, but I'm like, yeah, it's my birthday. Okay, now I want to fall. Can we skip like the next couple months to like fall and winter?
Yeah. So why haven't you been doing YouTube?
Well, honestly, it was because the apartment we moved into, there was like a bunch of furniture already, so we had to wait like months and months and months for them to get everything out of what is now my beauty room. And then I didn't have a desk to film on, so I had to wait for that. So I'm like slowly trying to like get everything that I need, and also still looking for a job.
Yeah,
have to have my priorities straight. Did not get the job for the bookstore I told you about. I was so upset. I like cried. I was more upset because I was literally there a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh yeah, we're still hiring for this. And they're like, you should be getting something in the next couple of days. And I was like, okay. I then got an email saying the spot's been taken. I'm like, you lied to me. I can't trust you anymore, Books A Million.
I can't come here anymore.
I cannot. And Barnes & Noble's only hiring in the cafe, but like for a cafe manager. And I'm like, no. I'm not manager material. I would be like you go do that. Please. It's like, I'm sorry that you didn't get paid that $1 extra. Here's like 5 more. I'm that type of person.
So, ella se mudó y donde está viviendo, el otro cuarto que es donde ella va a hacer sus videos de YouTube, tenían cosas ahí, entonces necesitaba que esperar que sacaran todos para ella poder establecer su lugar donde va a tener sus cosas para su maquillaje, para poder hacer sus videos. We'll be filming there in the future once it gets actually settled. Nosotros también vamos a grabar allí ya cuando tenga todo listo. Está buscando trabajo, so if anyone's hiring, y'all let the KoffeeKween know.
Yes.
I
need Sundays off though.
Y había entrevistado para una tienda de libros. Fue un día, le dijeron que todavía estaba disponible la posición y luego a los cuantos días le dijeron, le mandaron un mensaje que decía que ya habían encontrado a alguien, so le habían mentido. But yeah.
What she said.
What I said is what you said.
Mm-hmm. Ditto. Poquito español. Poquito. I know a little.
You know enough.
I know enough to like get the general idea. Like I know enough to know if somebody's talking shit about me. Like I got you.
And that's what matters.
And I'll be like, one day I will come up to you bitches and curse you the fuck out in fluent Spanish, and you'll be like, we fucked with the wrong bitch. Like, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And you're like, I am married to not a white man.
Yes.
Which we talked about on our last podcast.
Yes.
Do you have any relationship updates for us?
Nothing really. We're the same. We're easy. It's easy. I mean, it's not easy. My relationship is easy, but like we like talk about like our issues and communication, especially on his end. He's getting a lot better with that because he used to like just not really talk about his feelings or anything, and now he's starting to get a little bit better because back in the day he would always like get used, or he would be like the rebound, or he would get, you know, a girlfriend and it would be just to make another guy jealous. So he's like, I don't know if I can like trust another girl again. I'm solid. I was a solid. I'm like 10 years later.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was crazy this year. I'm like, did you ever think that you would be with me for 10 years? He's like, honestly, no, I thought you would dump my ass like after a year. And I was like, no. Like, I was so excited for our first year.
I remember when y'all first got together.
I still have pictures of literally the first day because he like called me at a sleepover and asked me out. It was cute. It was like back in the early 2000s when people would like stay up to like 3 a.m. just to talk to each other. Now nobody does that.
I still do. Well, did anyway.
But he asked me out over the phone, and then like that following Monday, like he was waiting for me, and it was just so cute. I think about it now, and I'm like, that's my man. I got lucky. Lucky.
I remember just you were like ecstatic. I was like, girl, what is going on? You're like,
yep. Like you could tell from my past relationships that like I was like, oh yeah, like I'm in a relationship now. Like I knew. Look at us now.
So y'all have been together for 10 years?
Yes, 10 years.
So, ella, how long have y'all been married?
6 years.
6 years.
Mm-hmm. So he proposed to me on our 4-year anniversary, and then we got married that following year. Yep. High school sweethearts. Yeah. The wedding bill was, that was a roller coaster. Roller coaster.
Yeah. So ellos han estado juntos por 10 años. Casados por 6 años, y yo me acuerdo porque todos fuimos a la escuela juntos, like we all went to school together, y me acuerdo cuando empezaron, porque ella llegó a la clase, teníamos una clase juntas, llegó a la clase y estaba así like, muy emocionada y tan feliz, y no, ¿qué está pasando? Dice, like tengo un novio. And it was the cutest thing ever. And I think on Facebook, I probably still have like pictures of us like at homecoming together and stuff. Like, oh, I love love.
I wish we could just go back. I just wish it was the 2010s, but we were like this age.
Oh,
because I watch all these like videos of these girls who are like me in college in 2010, and like the clubs are like, I wish that's how they were now.
I don't like the clubs anymore.
I wish they were back in the day when like women actually could like go to the clubs and have fun and not worry about, you know.
Look, so I thankfully have never had a bad experience. No, that's a lie. I'm not gonna, that's a lie. I'm not gonna say that I've never had a bad experience at clubs, because not at a club. What do you mean at a bar? I'm not a club girl, I'm a bar girl. And I think I've only ever had like one like really bad experience where it was like it was me and I want to say like 2 other friends, maybe 3 other friends, and we were at this bar, and it was like the bottom is a one like vibe, and then the upstairs is a different vibe, and we were and upstairs is more like
schmexy,
yeah, like you know, like yes, and so we're like minding our business at the bar, and then this dude like comes in, he's like slowly like inching towards.
I'm over here like picturing like I'm too sexy for my shirt while he's like walking all like in slow motion, like in the romance movies.
Not even in slow motion, just like 1 second he's like over here, and then the next second he's like 2 feet closer, and then he's like 2 feet closer.
So he's like a cat, really. He was a cat, like cat, ready to pounce on his prey.
And we're just like, what the fuck is happening here? And so he like started talking to one of my friends, and she's like, she's grown ass woman, like, right? And so she's like, I'm just gonna, which is what we do, I'm just gonna give my free drink and go. Like, and so she went, started talking to him, was like, I'm gonna give my free drink and then go back to my girls, which is what you do. And so she went, got her drink, comes back to us, and then he decided to come to the group. And I'm like, you were not invited. Like, why are you here?
Yeah, this is an ABC group. We don't need the D. We don't need the D.
Like,
D way out.
And we're just like, like, you would think at one point, like, you would catch the hint. Like, we're, like, completely ignoring you. You're just standing there. And we're, like, completely ignoring you. Why are you still here? And then I don't remember what, but at some point, like, we had a water bottle. Mm-hmm. And so, like, the girls were sharing the water bottle. And then he grabbed the water, and I was like, yeah, no, we're not touching this water bottle anymore.
Yeah, no.
And so we were like, let's go back downstairs, because obviously this man is not getting the hint.
No.
And so we went downstairs, and we're, like, hanging out downstairs. And this dude comes downstairs.
Oh, my gosh.
And we're like, and so he starts, like, flirting with my other friend. And my other friend was not having it. She's like, yes. You need to go. Like, obviously, we don't want you here. You need to go. And he was like, man, well, if I was... Okay, so she is African American. And he was like...
he was being all racist.
This is racist. Like, if I was a... And I was like... Bro, what? Like, what? Go away. And she's like, you need to go. And he's like, no. He's trying to make this big scene. This girl grabbed the water bottle and was, I kid you not, about to hit this man with a water bottle.
No, I would have done it anyway.
So, like, one of us grabbed the bottle, the other one, like, grabbed her, and we're like, we need to go.
That's when I would have gone to the bar and been like, yo, we need, like, an angel shot on the rocks.
Like, somebody needs to come get this man now.
That's what an angel shot on the rocks is. An angel shot on the rocks is there's someone bothering you. The rocks is they'll call the police.
Yeah, so, and thankfully, like, our Uber was on the way, so we just, like, hopped in the Uber and left. But that was wild. I was like, the audacity.
Men.
The audacity.
Men, because I know if a woman did that, the guy would have been like, oh, shit, no, I'm leaving.
Like, what is wrong with you? Oh, I know I have to say all that in Spanish. So, like... I don't even know how we got to the topic of
cliff notes.
This is lagging.
How did we get
to the topic of... I wonder if the mic picked that up.
That one for sure definitely did.
What?
I'm trying to think about how we got on the topic of clubs.
I don't even know how we got on the topic of clubs. Pero el punto es, no sé cómo empezamos a hablar sobre las barras, pero... empezamos a hablar sobre eso. Le estaba contando de que we were talking about the early 2000s.
Oh, or 2010s. I was like, okay, it was either the 2010s and then something after that, but I was not 100% sure.
Yeah.
I'm over here like...
That took a whole, like,
The coffee is not flowing yet, y'all.
And y'all, like, when we have our episodes on Fridays...
We have those like, planned out.
Doop, like... bullet points of like, this is what we're going to talk about, because if we don't,
and we usually do weeks in advance, like we do like 4 weeks in one meeting, so we're good to go.
Yeah, because we obviously stray away from topics, pero
we just like to talk.
We just like to talk. Les estaba contando sobre un día que fui a una barra con unas amigas, y le estaba diciendo que gracias a Dios no he tenido malas experiencias, pero había una noche donde salimos, se me hace que éramos 4, y estábamos en un lugar donde abajo es like una sección de like tienen diferente música que la que tienen arriba. Entonces estábamos arriba porque ya era, tocan like reggaeton y música más.
She didn't say that in the English story.
Well, yeah.
See, I know some Spanish.
More like fun music, right?
I'm over here like trying to fix
para bailar. Y estábamos arriba y estábamos las 4, like en nuestras solas juntas en la barra, y había un señor que estaba como, vamos a decir, como a 10 pies. Y luego cada like 5 minutos volteábamos y estaba más cerca y más cerca y más cerca. Y luego empezó a hablar con una de mis amigas. Y ella dijo, pues voy a hablar con él a ver si me da una bebida gratis y luego voy a regresar con ustedes. Y sí, fue, le compró algo, regresó ella y luego él regresó detrás de ella. Y nosotras así lo estábamos ignorando, like, no vamos a hablar contigo, estamos entre amigas. Y no se iba, pero nosotras, like, lo estábamos ignorando. Y empezamos a... This keeps lagging and it's freaking me out.
You're so attractive.
Agarramos una botella de agua, entonces estábamos tomando la botella de agua y luego de la nada él agarró la botella. Entonces ya dijimos, ok, ya, like, vamos a irnos para abajo porque obvio no ha tomado, like, how do you say hint in Spanish? I don't know.
Get the clue, you can say that.
Clue. I don't know how to say that either.
I don't know either.
Ya, pero no era obvio para él que lo estábamos ignorando, entonces nos fuimos para abajo. Y luego, como a los 5 minutos, él fue para abajo y empezó a tratar de hablar con una de las otras amigas. Y luego ella, obvio, no le estaba poniendo atención porque nadie lo quería ahí. Nosotras solo queríamos tener un buen tiempo. Y luego él empezó a decir, bueno, eres racista, si yo fuera otra persona, si me darías atención y no sé qué. Y ella así como, what? Like, necesitas que irte. Y se enojó mi amiga y agarró la botella de agua y le iba a pegar. Entonces, like, una de nosotras agarró la botella del agua, la otra a ella, y luego nos fuimos. Y ya estaba llegando nuestro Uber, so nos fuimos en el Uber. Pero sí, esa fue, se me hace que la peor experiencia que he tenido, pero ahora, like, pensándolo, like, es chistoso ahora, pero en el momento sí era like, oh my god, like, ¿qué está pasando aquí? But
Your friend pulled a Santana from Glee.
yeah.
Remember that episode where she's like, I'm Santana, I'm from
Where was she from?
I'm from the wrong side of the tracks. Don't make me beat your ass. But she's saying it in like Spanish. Oh, Lima Heights.
Lima Heights.
I'm from Lima Heights. Don't fuck with me. I will beat your ass. I'm from the other side of the tracks. So it's like, whoa.
Is this like Frozen?
I think it is.
What happens if I like
It's gonna cancel
refresh it? Pero por qué? Because it says I'm still live, but it's like frozen on there.
Maybe the camera, because that looks like the camera. Technical difficulties on the YouTube side.
I don't know why. I've never had issues with YouTube, actually. You don't have access to this feature.
Okay, then yeah, maybe something's up. KoffeeKween is back.
KoffeeKween's back.
Guess who's back? Back again. Everybody, yeah, rock your body, yeah. KoffeeKween is back. Oh, do. You could play that as the intro to like the recap, just me singing it.
Oh, we're just gonna go live again. We're just gonna go.
That reminds me of this really bad experience I had at the movie theater, and it actually, I'm gonna, you know, show off a little bit. I was viral on TikTok.
You were viral on TikTok?
I was viral on TikTok, and I have proof, y'all. So, if you want to follow me, it's KoffeeKween, all one word. The O in coffee is a 0. 21.8K views. I went viral.
Oh, nice.
I went viral, y'all. Boom. And it wasn't even for anything book related. Which is funny. I'll let you watch it. If it'll let me. No, it's not gonna let me. Really?
Huh? No.
Rude.
Ay, no, no sé por qué. Estoy tratando de empezarlo otra vez, pero...
That's why.
Mom just came and she's like, are you done? Like, the YouTube finished. I'm like, no.
See, all of that. That's so cute. When she came out, she's like, are you guys done? Okay, here we go. 'Cause there was like a trend where like you play one thing. grandpa's a badass. So, story time. This is 2009. I'm like, how old was I? I'm like 9, 10 years old. YouTube, get your shit together.
I'm listening.
This is why I don't stream on you anymore. I do Twitch.
I don't know why it's being. You're live. There we go.
Are we though? Are we?
We're back.
Not really.
We're still lagging.
I wonder, like, you should have asked your mom if it was lagging on her end.
It's frozen.
Let it go, let it go.
Technical difficulties today.
So yes, so 2009, okay. This is when Twilight, the first movie, was still in movie theaters, if that gives you an idea of how long ago it was.
Mm-hmm.
We were seeing this movie called The Tale of Despero. It's on Netflix. It's a cute movie. It's about this rat. No, he's a mouse and he has big ears and he wants to become a knight.
Okay.
So he becomes friends with the princess of the kingdom, and the kingdom's like all depressed because the queen died, and they used to be big on soup, and the soup's like flavorless.
Okay.
Because the king, you know, like his heart's broken, so like everything else around him is dying. It's like a really cute movie because the mouse shows like the king that like, hey, like you have a daughter, like your wife is still here. Mm-hmm. And so like he saves the kingdom and everybody's happy, and like he gets soup and he's a knight and stuff. So while this is happening, I looked a lot older than what I was when I was younger. I had boobs in 4th grade, y'all. It is what it is. Like B-cup size boobs. Like women's boobs already. I'm not even 10 years old. Like I had women's boobs. So this teenager, he's like 13, 14 years old, and his little brother are seeing this movie. So he's like, oh, hey, like my seat's right next to you. Can I like get in front of you and like get around? And I was like, yeah, okay, sure. Being nice, because that's how I am. So him and his brother sit there. The movie starts, and like 30 minutes into it, I just feel this. Uncomfy. Like they saw that. They're like, so uncomfy. So I'm like, okay. He stopped. Does it again, but he's moving my top. And I'm wearing like a tunic top with leggings underneath. So he's like trying to move my top, and I was just like, yo, grandma, this dude is groping me. So she tells me, okay, move into like the front row where like all those kids are. So I go there. He followed me.
Oh my god.
Left his little brother there though. Left his little brother. I'm like, is that even your little brother? Is that just some kid? You're like, hey, pretend you're my little brother and I'll give you $10. He follows me. Then I move back to my seat. He follows me back to my seat. He tries to do it again. And I'm like, grandma, he's not stopping. She's like, okay, go to the restroom. He tried to go into the women's restroom I was in. Yeah. So my grandma found a security guard, and she gave him this look after the security guard saw him. Like, if you fucking come over here, I will beat your fucking ass.
Badass grandmothers.
Really, for real. If my grandpa was there, he would have been like, let me go get my gun. And he even got a gun. That's the thing. He's like, I'm gonna go get something. And this was in like a movie theater that was like a mom and pop movie theater. They played 4 movies total. So it was Twilight, The Tale of Despero, and 2 other movies, and that was it. And this was like a Sunday afternoon. The Lord's Day. And this is happening.
No, sound.
Yeah, so that's when I started like being really insecure about the tatas. I'm like, these are scary.
Because now I'm like being subjected to a whole new world
Exactly.
that I should not have.
I'm like, I'm not even in middle school yet. I'm still in elementary school, and this is happening. Ugh. Now I embrace the tatas.
This is still frozen.
It must be working because your mom's like,
know.
did it
I'm
end?
gonna text my mom and be like,
I'm gonna text my mom for my laptop. The world we've come to now. I'm gonna text my mom through my watch.
Texting my mother from my laptop.
Next thing you know, it's gonna be, let me text my mom through my eyeball lens. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna have like a contact lens or something that we put in our eye, and that's the phone. It's gonna be like all those movies where you see like the hologram stuff in front of you. That's gonna be the new stuff.
We'll see what she says. Oh, I think the family group chat's like popping right now. I don't know what's going on here. Get a head count for the birthday. Oh, I'm not going.
Ooh, drama.
There's no drama. We can talk chisme later. We can talk chisme later. We're not talking chisme on live.
Yeah, we will. We'll just change names.
No.
And then we're gonna be like The Help.
I've never seen that movie.
Y'all, you need to. It's so good.
I've seen it in
My husband
pieces,
watched
but I've
it.
never watched it like completely.
It's good.
She said it's not working.
Okay, so then yeah, just end it. Sorry y'all for the YouTube stuff.
Oh.
It's because I'm here. It's because I'm like so important. I can only have focus on one platform.
I've literally never had issues with YouTube. That's wild.
The queen is here. She can only have her presence in one platform because. Okay, we're going there.
Okay.
Are we?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay. Sometimes I won't be trusting technology.
It's because
Nah, coffee, y'all. Damn.
I'm trying to see like if I go on from my, what is it called?
Hotspot?
Hotspot, there we go. You get me?
I got you. But no, you need to watch The Help. It's so good. There's an iconic shit scene.
This is, what now?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to say it. That's the only part I'm gonna say though, because it's such a good scene. I have to. So in The Help, obviously, it's when like African Americans were like maids and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I think this is at like the 50s, early 60s. Emma Stone plays in it, and she wants to be like a serious writer.
Uh-huh.
So after, you know, basically getting told, you're a woman, you really shouldn't be doing this anyway because you're meant to be a baby maker and take care of the home. And she's like, I ain't about all that. So she gets the maids, and she's like, I want to tell your story from your point of view, like everything. You know, they're the help.
Mm-hmm.
They have eyes and ears. People don't think they're listening or see stuff. So one of them gets fired for using the bathroom because in this time, colored people couldn't use restrooms in the house. They had a porta potty out in the backyard. So she pretended to use it. She got fired. So she comes back and asks for her job back, and she makes this pie because she's famous for it. It's a chocolate pie. And so, what's her name? Bryce Dallas Howard plays Minnie, and she's a bitch. Like, she's like the main head honcho of the girl, like the wife's club. She's a bitch. Like, you want to punch her. She eats like half of the pie, basically. And so her mom is like, oh, I want some. She's like, this is Miss Minnie's special pie. And Bryce Dallas Howard's character is like, she can have a piece. She's like, nuh-uh, it's yours. She's like, cut her a damn piece. And then the black lady goes, eat my shit. She's like, what did you just say? I said, eat my shit. Have you gone crazy? No, you about to be. Because you just did.
Oh, no.
She put her own shit in a pie and made her eat it. Best revenge ever. Like,
wild.
She guzzled like, she was like, this is so delicious. What do you do to this pie? And like, scarfing it down. I'm like, honey, you just ate shit.
I'm about to be sick.
But see, the thing is, they never show if she really did put shit in it or not. So you don't know. But if she did,
more power to you, girl.
So good though.
I'm so sad about this YouTube situation.
I know, you were so excited. You were like, I'm on YouTube now. And then it's like, no.
It's like, no, you're not. Think again.
No.
I've literally never had any issues, but it is what it is. Every day is a new day.
Maybe it's a sign.
There's a new battle to go through.
God gives his hardest battles to the strongest warrior for the war.
I'm tired of being strong.
When did I enroll?
Have I shown you this?
No, you have not. Wait, hold on.
Like my cover?
Oh, yeah.
I have a book, y'all.
When it comes out, when it's officially like physical in our hands, we're gonna do like a whole episode about it.
We should do a whole episode on that book.
Yes.
So
That's questions.
yeah,
I'm nosy.
Estoy teniendo problemas con el YouTube, no sé qué pasó, pero no se está conectando. O bueno, estaba conectado y luego se fue la señal. I don't know. So ya apagamos eso. porque estoy tratando y no funciona. But yeah, so le enseñé like la portada de mi libro que voy a sacar y dice que cuando tenga el libro listo vamos a tener un capítulo entero sobre ese libro. So yeah, I'm 100% down to do an episode off my book. Like there's a lot to unpack there.
I'm like so excited but like nervous. Like I finally started the next book in the Aqua series. I am not ready. I'm not ready because I already got spoilers for this one, so I already know what's gonna happen. So I'm like, do I even want to like really read it if I know what's gonna happen? But I don't know when it's gonna happen. But I'm like, I don't want to sob.
I still say it's worth a read.
Cause like, you know the story. You know the whole story. I have my favorite book series, like my current new favorite book series, like spoiled, and it wasn't like small things. It was like detailed, like for every single book, and I was like, really. So I haven't even gotten past chapter 1 because there's this bitch, and y'all know who I'm talking about, the high priestess bitch Iambe. She's a bitch. I want to beat her ass. Like, I literally did 20 times in the first chapter. I'm like, is this how it's going to be? Because obviously I told you at the end of the second one, like, she pretended to break the bond with Reese and is infiltrating the spring court from within. So she has to be like, oh yeah, I never loved him, like the bond isn't there, like I love you. Yeah, so I'm like, you literally have to be buddy-buddy with the chick who stole your sisters out of their bed in the middle of the night, had them get killed, and then are turned into high fae. And it's okay. You know, I want to beat her ass.
So, ella tiene una serie de libros que le gusta mucho. Y alguien en línea le contó lo que iba a pasar en la serie. Entonces, ella dejó de leerlo porque dijo, like, ¿para qué voy a leer si ya sé lo que va a pasar? Pero ya la convencí, because I had to do a lot of convincing you to keep going.
Because I started in March.
La convencí que siguiera leyendo los libros y ya empezó a leer el tercer libro, que es donde empieza lo que le contaron, y dice que no ha pasado el primer capítulo. But yeah, I'm excited to see.
I think I'm also like not reading them quick because this next book doesn't come out for another 2 years. A little upset because the third one comes out in January, and I think she started it like last year. And I'm like, why? What about the other one? We want this one. But I pre-ordered the third book and I haven't even read the first and the second one. They have a bonus chapter with my favorite bad boy. So I was like, buy. Instant buy. Don't even know the whole story. I know there's some like redheaded chick and she's a badass chick and that's it.
Look, I haven't, so I think the last book that I bought was Wicked Beauty. The last book that I bought was Wicked Beauty before I ever even like finished Neon Gods. And I was like, I need to stop with this like buying and then not reading any of my physical TBR. And then Elle was like, girl, you gotta get it together. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, I'll get it together. I'm gonna stop buying. So I haven't bought any books since then. And I went to Walmart the other day with my mom, and I was like, Verity was there, Verity by Colleen Hoover, and they say like if you like Verity, you're gonna like Layla, and she had like Walmart had
Walmart could be a she.
Walmart could be a she.
Walmart could be a she. We don't know.
Walmart had Verity and Layla, and I was like, oh my gosh, I should get Verity because I loved Verity, and I would love to have a physical copy, but I need to get Layla because it's not on like Kindle, so I need to like get it so I can read it, because they said if I like this one, I like this one. Then I was like, I turned and looked at my mom, and she was like, can we go? Like,
you're gonna get it or not?
Can we go? Can you stop with the book buying? And so I'm like taking a break from buying books.
I already have 2 in my cart already.
And do like actually reading my physical TBR, because I have a lot of them that I haven't read.
I'm bad. I'll be like, I need to buy like some new physical books, and then I just reread the same ones I have. Like, I reread Den of Vipers, not recently. I was like, I want to read something. I'm like, what can I read? I'm like, oh, reread this.
This is my comfort read.
I'm like, I already know it's happening, but I'm still like, it's just one of those books. And then I reread Court of Nightmares, which is by K.A. Knight too. It's like the whole vampire one. It's like Den of Vipers, but vampires. And I'm like, I already read this like 2 months ago, but ooh, it's like 700-page book.
Yeah. So me estaba contando que estoy tomando un break de estar comprando libros porque compro y luego no leo los que ya tengo. Y me regañaron el otro día, necesitas que parar de comprar libros, necesitas que leer los que tienes. Like, el último libro que compré se llama Wicked Beauty, es de una serie y todavía no había ni leído el primero y ya tengo el primero, segundo, tercero y el cuarto libro y no había terminado el primero. Entonces estoy tomando un descanso de comprar libros y estoy leyendo los que ya tengo. I actually read two of my physical books over this weekend, which I hadn't read, so I'm proud. I'm not doing a reread. I did an actual full read. And I'm like sitting in the car because we went on a road trip. I'm like sitting in the car like with my highlighter, like highlighting.
I know, I'm getting into annotating because there's this book I really want. It's called The Stars Are Dying. And it's inspired by like the Greek constellation like Astraea, and it's like enemies to lovers, she's like starlight, he's the dark sky, vampires, slow burn, some type of trials, and like she doesn't remember anything except the last 5 years. So I'm like, they were together before, I feel it. I'm like,
I hate
fated
those.
mates, and I'm like, I want to get glitter pens to annotate it because it's sparkly. But I'm like,
so cute.
And the cover is so gorgeous. And this is like the regular cover too. I'll show you later. But it's so pretty. I'm like, I kind of want to get the paperback and then have the other one be for this place only.
Yeah.
Because it's so pretty. And I'm like, I wish it's on Kindle Unlimited, but I'm like, I want the physical.
There's some books that it's like I need the physical copy. The Kindle version is not enough. Like, Den of Vipers, you need the physical copy.
Yeah, because it has like all the pretty, like each chapter has like the pretty art.
You need the physical copy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't into annotating books until recently. My last 3 reads I've annotated.
Death Wish.
But yeah, so I read, this is, am I dumb? Oh no, I did. I was like, am I dumb? Did I not like highlight on here?
I saw one.
Yeah, no, I think the other one is the one that
I tried annotating The Cruel Prince, and I was like, I don't have time. I need to know the whole story. I'll reread it and annotate it later. I ain't got time for this. Y'all, my finger pinched my finger. My ring pinched my finger.
Oh my gosh. So this book, I haven't even finished.
Beautiful Nightmare. Oh, this is a pretty cover. It's
Yes.
so innocent. Nothing happens.
A lot happens, actually.
A lot happens.
I highlighted almost one thing off each page. Like,
That's like the Credence book. I don't remember who it's by, but it's the one.
Credence is Penelope Douglas, is it not?
Yeah, I think it is. That's the one where like.
Yes, Step Uncle and Step Cousins.
I wasn't trying to say it, but but yeah, I DNF'd it because at the time I was just like, this is boring. This needs to speed up. Maybe it's because like the first like book I got back into was Den of Vipers.
I know, it's like,
and it's that I tell everybody, I'm like, okay, do you want like Den of Vipers spicy? Do you want Akatar spicy or Cruel of Prince spicy? Because Cruel of Prince, there's like a spicy scene, but it's not super descriptive. It's more like describing the intimacy. Like, I cried on that because like the Carding Greenbrier, oh, he's so hot. He's the prince, and like they finally do the deed, and he's not the type of person where like he shows his emotions. So there's one line, and I will always remember it, and it was like his face was wholly unguarded. Aww. I'm like, he let himself like show his emotions, and I'm like, that's not really descriptive, but
it still means something.
And then Akatar is like descriptive. It's like, yeah, you know it's there, and then Den of Vipers is like, whoa. This is borderline video like type stuff.
Dang. No, yeah. So, yo antes no anotaba en mis libros. Like, yo quería que mis libros estuvieran sin ningún...
You said what? I said, my nose itches, and I was like, is my nose ring in there? Because I lost my nose ring. The other one I had, so I have to buy a new one, and it's so tiny that I forget it's there.
Like, it's not even here.
I'm like, is it there? No, that's a good thing, because the other one was too long, so it would, like, tickle my nose. So I would have to, like, move it, so it looks like I'm picking my nose, and I promise I wasn't, y'all. I was fixing the nose ring, because it's, like, when you have, like, a hair, like, tickling your face in your nose non-stop, and continue. Everybody's like,
thanks for giving me permission.
No, I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm not giving her permission. I'm like, you can like continue what you're saying because I'm like interrupting you like all the time. People are like, Hannah's a bitch.
No.
That's why she has no friends. This is why I have no friends. No, I'm nobody's favorite person because I cry too much according to TikTok, and now I'm like, that is so true. Why'd you call me out like that? Clock out.
I'm the same way. Like when we go out to the movies, like my brothers will fight over who will not sit close to me because they know I'm gonna be sobbing the entire movie.
We need to go see a movie like that because you and me could be like the whole time. I've never gone to a movie where I actually cried.
Oh, I cry at all the movies. I
mean, like I'm like crying. Like I got a little teary eyed and like one tear fell down my cheek when Twilight ended.
I was losing it while watching Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I haven't watched it yet.
Cried, bawling my eyes out.
Scared.
I went with Elle and we're like sitting, and I'm sitting there like looking at me like I'm crazy. Yes, and I'm like,
I feel like
bawling my eyes out, and he's just looking at me like, you were serious about this crying thing? And I'm like, yes, I'm serious about this crying thing.
I sobbed more in the last episode of the Vampire Diaries than I did with the Twilight movies, and I was like, Twilight forever, like a twi hard.
So, like, yo soy una persona muy emocional, obvi. And fui a una película y, bueno, para empezar, cuando salimos a las películas como familia, mis hermanos se pelean por quién no se va a sentar junto a mí, porque yo voy a estar llorando el tiempo entero. Y salí a ver la de Guardians of the Galaxy y le había dicho a la persona con quien fui, like, voy a estar llorando. Y no me creía. Pero luego empezó la película y como en los primeros 5 minutos estoy, like, llorando, like, feo, like, dice, oh, ¿en serio? ¿Vas a estar así el tiempo entero? No voy a estar así el tiempo entero. And yeah, like, literally, I just, like, sobbed the entire movie.
I did sob in a movie.
Which one?
I forgot. It was for my birthday last year. So one of my favorite animes is Fruit Basket. And it's like a rom-com, and it's about this family who certain members of the family have been cursed in the Chinese zodiac. So when like a girl hugs a guy, he turns into that animal.
Oh.
If a guy hugs a girl, you know what I mean. Coffee is just now starting to flow. You get the whole point. So her mom just died, the main female character. So she moves in with 2 of the family members, like actually 3. It's their uncle and then 2 of the kids. Well, they did a movie about how her parents met, and he got sick and died, and I'm sobbing because you don't see this man's face at all in the TV show, and he's mentioned multiple times. You only know that he was like a student aide at her high school, and like her parents like signed her off, like she's her own, like they don't have guardianship over her or whatever.
She's emancipated.
Emancipated, that's where I was looking for. I'm like, is it emancipated, Hannah, or is it another word and you're gonna look stupid? I was right. You know what, I'm going with my gut now. It's because I'm like, I'm gonna look stupid if I say the wrong word, and I just did. So then you find out that like he was like a little bit older than her. She was 18, y'all. She was 18, was legal. He was like in his early 20s, not that crazy. Yeah, so he was sick, and like they had a phone call. He's like, I'll be home tomorrow. He died overnight in his sleep because he got a cold, and he had pneumonia, and it got worse, and he died. And I sobbed. I'm like, no wonder they didn't mention this in the anime. This is heartbreaking.
Oh no.
Like, It was heartbreaking. Like, it was so bad for her because her parent, like, she was part of a gang. And she got bullied in school. Her parents didn't really care about her. This was the only man who cared about her. And he was the only man who ever loved her. Like, she never got with anybody else afterwards. It was so sad. That was the only movie I actually cried in. Like, my husband got teary-eyed, but he's like, I didn't want to cry because there was girls in the movie theater. He was, like, one of the 3 guys. Everybody else was a girl. And it was, like, a big movie theater, too. He's like, I had to look tough. No, but I could see he got teary-eyed. He's like, I didn't let the tears fall, though. I got teary-eyed.
I feel like for me, it's worse when a guy gets teary-eyed and doesn't cry. Because
men crying, period, just makes me cry.
It's like,
my husband cried when he was saying his vows to me at our wedding. I have pictures, and I'm like, stop! That was the first time I ever saw him cry, too. And we were together for 5 years. Yep.
So ella fue a una película y ella estaba llorando y miró que su esposo no estaba llorando, pero empezaron a salir las lágrimas en los ojos. Y yo le digo que pienso, para mí eso es más para mí que si veo a un hombre llorar. Like, para mí que está ahí a punto de llorar, I'm like, oh my god, like, y dice que cuando se casaron y cuando él estaba diciendo sus vows, I know the word for that in Spanish,
Words.
Vows, yes, en su boda, él estaba llorando. Él empezó a llorar y tienen fotos y dice que esta fue la primera vez que ella lo vio llorar, y ya habían estado juntos por 5 años, so fue un momento muy especial. I feel like I never even talked about my annotating.
That's why I was like, continue. Because this is why we plan stuff out for our book episode, y'all. Because this is what will happen.
Yeah, so like
we just need to do one episode if we really don't feel like doing it that they just randomly talk about whatever books.
And literally just go through and read whatever we have highlighted in books. Like, this is what I have.
That could be a little
much.
Yeah.
It'll be much anyway.
Whoever's watching,
we talked about our kinks. Like, we can talk about annotations.
I love when they do this stuff.
Write the playlist. I have a playlist for my book.
I
think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put like a QR code.
Yeah, that's what I would do with mine.
Yeah.
I would do this and the QR.
Write this. Yeah.
I do both, so that way you don't have to like keep searching. You just.
Yes. So, I didn't used to annotate my books, but the last 3 books that I've read, I've been annotating, and I feel like I just keep annotating more and more. But this book literally like highlighted like almost one thing like every page, because I'm just like, I can't get enough of this man. And I think the fact that the female main character's name is Bianca does not help the situation. But yeah, so ahora anoto mucho mis libros. Antes no, pero este libro like casi en cada página tengo algo anotado. Y no pienso que ayuda a la situación que la mujer del libro se llama Bianca y yo me llamo Bianca, so yeah. But it's just like I've been highlighting like it's just like little things, like little moments that I'm just like, oh, my heart. Like this one says, all because of one angel-eyed girl. Like
what page? On page 3,
page
y'all.
3.
Usually you don't get to that stuff till like halfway.
I'm just like, oh my
See,
heart.
like that's why like I have a love-hate relationship with romantasy, because obviously you gotta do the world building, but obviously you gotta like get into it, and I'm like, this is 700 pages and I'm at page 526 and we now just got the first kiss.
Yes.
It's like a reward.
It's like I've gotten this far finally.
Yep. Or like when it's like a long dark romance, like a mafia romance, and it's the who did this to you part, or like who. It's like, yes, I've been waiting for this.
Like this guy, the male main character has like a bad relationship with his father.
Aww.
And they like literally just shot each other. This is page 5.
Bang bang.
Literally just shot each other. And he goes, I hope I nicked your goddamn heart, because it's the only time I'll ever come close to making you feel something for me. Like, it's just like, can you stop?
That's like the Cruel Prince in the first book. It's like 7-year-old. The main female character's first name is Jude.
Mm-hmm.
So she's 7 years old, eating her microwave fish sticks, watching TV. Then this big ass Faye motherfucker just storms in, and you see her parents fighting him, and they die. And he's like, "Well, since your mom was my wife, I feel like it's my duty to take you in." And I'm like, this isn't even the first chapter. This was just the prologue. I was like, the fuck is going on? I thought that was the worst that could happen in the book. Then you get to chapter 20 and it's like, what did I just read?
Yeah, so
like the whole royal family got massacred. And the
like
only person who
sometimes.
survived is Carden because he was drunk as fuck in the other room. That was literally it. The one time his alcoholism was okay. Don't do it though. Don't do that.
We
though.
do not condone the misuse.
But then you realize why he does that. It's because he gets beat.
There's always a story.
Like, his mom's a bitch. I hate how she survived. She gave birth to him, and then they just dropped him off at a barn, and he lived off the milk of a cat. Had a sack. He was like Dobby. And I'm like, this poor boy. I want to hold you. And then he lives with one of his older brothers, and he beats him. Like, he whips him. And he's like, oh, this hurts me more than it hurts you, but you need to, like, pay attention and, like, be the prince you're expected to be. And I'm like, dude, he was, like, not even planned. He literally was, like, an accident child. And I know it's, like, a really bad way to describe it, but that's how he's treated. So then, like, when Jude enters in and he's just like, I like her, but I don't deserve it. I hate it. Like, when he confesses his feelings, he's like, it makes me sick how much I can't stop thinking about you, and I hate it. Like, yes. And she's like, you're lying. And then they kiss, and I'm like, yes, yes.
So obviously we get very excited when it comes to our books. So if you want to continue listening to this nonsense,
Moss Friday.
You can check us out, Books and Blush, on Instagram, on TikTok, we're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Soon to be on Twitch.
That's later.
On Twitch. That's later.
We'll discuss that. Or we'll keep y'all posted on that. But yeah, obvio nos gusta mucho hablar sobre los libros. Y por eso tenemos otro podcast juntas. Y si no han buscado, estamos en Instagram, en TikTok, en Spotify y en Apple Podcast, Books and Blush. Y los viernes sacamos videos nuevos because it's time to wrap up. So,
deuces.
We'll see y'all on Friday.
You just
like,
see my leg.
Please don't break the chair.
Don't worry, I will not break it. I will, like, aim my leg this way, like.
Yeah, we'll see y'all on Friday.
Bye.
Bye.